What I'm about to show you is not the lightest cook system, I'll tell you that right now. This is my cook system that I've been putting together, and I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to run all this. Now right now what this weighs, and it is pretty heavy, I'm looking at 1.9 pounds, so almost 2 pounds for that cook system. Now, this is kind of like a backup cook system, is what this is. This is all Totes, completely Totes, okay? And everything will nest inside this one pot. Now, what's nice about it is this is Totes titanium stove that you cook with wood, is what this is. Now I like to cook with the small gas items, so I want to be able to cook with both. I want to be able to cook with wood, and I want to be able to cook with the gas containers. Now at the same time, I want to be able to eat my food and drink my coffee at the same time. A lot of people will run 1 cup, and that's fine for them if that works for them. That's not what I want. I want the convenience of enjoying a meal. So inside the cup itself, I have one of these pot grabbers, and these things are really cool. I mean, they literally fit 2 fingers really, really nice. Okay, and then you got this on the end, and you can really pick up anything with this, and it weighs practically nothing. I'll have a link in the bottom if you want to pick one of these up, but these are really handy, and it goes right inside the cup. I've got a sponge I've actually cut in half, is what I've done, and I've also got a bandana in here to actually wash my dishes. Now I've got this particular stove. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. There are lighter ones, but I may use this one or another one, but I'm not completely sure yet. But like I said, I'll have the link at the bottom if you want to pick this one up. I like this one because it's a lot wider, and it does have an automatic light system to it. I still carry a lighter just in case, but that is kind of nice. And then of course I carry a lighter in there. And then I also have a fork and spoon in there that are titanium, and these open up because I like to have regular utensils, and they are titanium, and they pretty much weigh nothing. So this allows me to have 2 pots, is what it allows me to have. This will cook 4 cups of water, this bigger one, and then I can pour, you know, 1.5 cups in here, whatever, have my coffee, pour the rest in my dehydrated food, and now I can be drinking my coffee and actually eating at the same time. Now I'll throw this together really quick. And literally when you put this thing together, it sits a little bit high, goes all the way down where your wood goes, and you can feed it in the top. Now one of my biggest problems was on the top. My cup would fall right in, you see. But they actually sell at Totes these little metal things, and I've got 4 of them. Okay, now being that my cup literally falls inside this wood cook item, I bought these metal things, and they just clip on the top of the pot itself. So now my cup will actually sit on top of there or anything smaller. So the idea of that is, if my coffee gets cold and this is still going, I can just set this on there really quick, and then it will actually sit there and simmer and keep my coffee warm. And these things don't weigh a whole lot, they really don't. So this is running their cooking system, which really isn't all that heavy. Just the cooking system itself. What am I looking at? Zero, come on. So 7.9 ounces is the cook system. The little cup with the lid, that's a 450 milliliter is what that is. You know, 3.2 ounces. And then it will all nest inside the 1100 milliliter with lid at 4.9 ounces. So, when I put this all together, this is going to go in here. So we get our big pot, our biggest pot going right out the bat here. Then our actual stove system that cooks wood that's actually going to go next in there. Then our cup. And then all the items we're going to need to actually cook with is going to go in there next. Put my bandana in there. My stove. Everything's in there. Put the lid on. Put the next lid on after we close the stove up. And then these fit in the side. And everything sits there in one complete kit except for the actual gas unit. Now, you can take this one step further, and if you want to go a little bit heavier and a little bit bigger, you can take this in too. I think this is a 1600 pot with the lid. So you can actually be cooking with the lid on the 1600 one. You gotta buy the lid separately because this setup comes with the frying pan. So literally this can go in here. Your frying pan can go, well actually, yeah, that goes in there. And of course your frying pan goes on top. Your lid goes actually in the bottom of the bag. So then, now the only time I would bring the big pot is if there's 2 or more people, or I really want to have some major luxury. Now with that whole thing, you're looking at 2.3 pounds, which is quite a bit, really, quite a bit. So normally I don't run this too often. Usually that's what I pack right there. So normally this is what I run right here, is this unit here. I have the links in the bottom and general information about how I put this together. And I'll even have a link to another video, because I wish I could take credit for this and say, hey, I thought of this, but I really didn't. There was another video I watched, and I thought, wow, this guy really did his homework on which pot is going to nest inside another pot. So I thought it was pretty cool. Now, like I said, this ain't the lightest. A lot of people will run a cup, maybe an alcohol burner stove, sometimes a gas stove. It all depends on what you like and how light you want to go. Myself, I like to eat while I drink, so I'm going to pay a little bit more in the price of weight for that luxury. But this is what I really like, and when I stop, I really like eating and drinking at the same time and not doing it separately. So if you guys want, this is a complete Totes setup. I think it ran me almost $200. So if you're curious, but this is a pretty amazing set, I thought, for cooking and luxury out in the wilderness, and it is all titanium, so that's why you're paying so much money. So that's my cook setup. We're going to be out testing that soon, so we'll catch you guys later.